Hello, in this video I will show you how to create a 3D design in 3 steps. For this I will use the FreeCAD software. The FreeCAD software is a 3D parametric modeler. If you don't already have FreeCAD installed, you can go to the official website and download it for free. I am currently showing this process. Installation is simple, but you can follow the steps. I believe that if you understand these 3 things, you will be able to create your first designs. You will be able to make simple designs and explore different tools. First, we will create a 2-dimensional sketch. Constrain this sketch, then add volume or remove volume from the design. After installing and opening FreeCAD, you will see an initial window with some tools at the top. In the center you will have some tabs with some information. On the left side we will have our combo view, which throughout the project will give us a lot of useful information. Above we have the icons to create, open and save our projects. If we click on this arrow we will be able to see the list of all workbenches. Each workbench has its purpose, but in this video we will use PartDesign. After selecting the PartDesign workbench, I'm going to close the Home tab and create a new project. At the top we have several tools. These tools are different depending on the workbench we have selected. With our PartDesign selected, I will click on the Create Sketch tool. Now we can visualize several plans. We must choose a plan to start the sketch. This can be selected by clicking on the plan or through the combo view. After selecting this, it will turn green. By clicking OK, we check that we automatically switch to the Sketcher workbench and the tools needed for our design became available. Now we can start inserting lines, rectangles, arcs and more. Before continuing, I want you to understand that when we select something, there is a difference between clicking and moving to the left and clicking and moving to the right. When we click and move to the right, only what is completely inside the rectangle will be selected. When we click and move to the left, everything that is captured by the rectangle, even just a little, will be selected. Let's delete everything and start our design. I'll start by inserting a circle. After inserting the circle, you can select the center and drag. It is also possible to select the circle and change the size. Now we must give dimension to our circle and fix it relative to our plane. To do this, we have several tools that will help us constrain our sketch. After selecting the center of the circle and the point that is in the center of our plane, we can use the Constrain Coincident tool to fix the circle in the center of the plane. In the Combo View window, it is possible to see information related to the constraints applied. It is also possible to see all inserted elements. At this point, as we have already applied the constraint, we can verify that the circle is fixed in the center of the plane. If we eliminate the constraint, we will be able to move the circle again. Let's go back to constraining the circle. At this moment, the circle is fixed, but its size has not yet been defined. We have several ways to add dimension to the circle. In the constraint tools, we can use the Constrain Radius, the Constrain Diameter, or Constrain Auto. For example, if you apply the Constrain Radius, a window will be opened to define the radius. After defining the value and clicking OK, the circle will have the value of the radius that we entered. We can change the value again if we want. Now we can see the constraints applied, and if everything is already constrained, the sketch will turn green and the message fully constrained will appear. To show you, I'm going to delete a constraint and you can see that the informative message has changed. I will reapply constrain radius. After finishing our first sketch, we can close the task. In the combo view, we will click on the Model tab and select the sketch. With the sketch selected, we click on the Pad tool. In the combo view, we have several parameters related to the Pad tool. We can change the length using the arrows or entering the value. In the type parameter, we change between the length application options. If we select 2 dimensions, it will apply the length in 2 directions. We still have more parameters to explore, but for now we'll leave it at that. After clicking OK, we finish the task. In the combo view, we can see that the pad was applied to our sketch, and now the circle has gained size, becoming a cylinder. To continue our design, we select a face of the cylinder and create a new sketch. Let's repeat the process with a rectangle. When using the tool to create a rectangle, we see that some symbols are around the rectangle. These symbols indicate that the rectangle already has some constraints applied. For example, the one I selected is a vertical constraint applied to the rectangle line. As you can see, if we select this point and drag the line, it is always vertical. We know that we have selected the constraint if its color turns green. If the constraint is eliminated, it becomes possible to change the orientation of the line. To constrain it again, we select the line and use the vertical constrain tool. We can also see that there are horizontal constraints applied to other lines. In the combo view, it shows that the sketch has 4 coincident constraints. If we select a constraint in the combo view, we will see in the sketch that it will be colored green. If we eliminate a coincident constraint, it will be possible to separate the lines where the points were constrained. I'm going to apply a coincident constraint again. OK. Now we have to finish constraining our rectangle. At this moment, it is not yet fixed and also has no dimensions. If we select these 2 points, I can apply a vertical distance constraint. A window will appear to enter the vertical distance we want between the 2 points. We enter the value and click OK. For the top line, it will be similar, but if we use the same constraint, we will see that an error occurs when a value other than 0 is inserted. This happens because there is already a constraint saying that the line is horizontal. In the report view that appears, we can see information about the error. In fact, what is intended in this case is to provide a horizontal distance between the points. To do this, we select the points and apply the horizontal distance constraint. We enter the value and click OK. At this moment, our rectangle already have the dimensions applied. With these constraints, we guarantee that the rectangle has all equal sides. Now we just need to fix the rectangle in relation to the plane. To do this, I can select this point and apply a vertical constraint between it and the point at the center of the plane. If you did the same procedure but with a horizontal constraint, the rectangle would be completely constrained. But I'm going to show another type of constraint. To do this, I will select the points on the bottom line and the axis line between them. Now I can apply a symmetrical constraint. This way the line will be the same distance from both points. We can verify that the rectangle is fixed and centered. However, in the combo view we have a message indicating that there are redundant constraints. Different constraints sometimes end up acting repeatedly on an element. By clicking here we can check the constraint that is redundant, and if we eliminate it the message fully constraint appears. This way we finish constraining the sketch. As you can see, we have the sketch in the plane we chose. Now we can select the sketch in the combo view and use the pad tool again to add volume. But this time I'm going to show you how to use the pocket tool and remove volume. When we click on this tool, a window similar to the one that opens with the pad tool opens in the combo view. The parameters work in the same way but remove volume by creating pockets in the design. This way we finished our first design. In the cube we have here we can change between perspectives and check the design in more detail. With these 3 steps, create a sketch, constrain, and add or remove volume, you can start creating your first designs. I hope you enjoyed and learned from this video. Have a good one.